YouTube, this is Vargas, live from the Vargas Vault, coming at you with a much delayed comic book pickup video. It's been a good while since I've gone to pick up my comic books, and even though I don't pick up as many as I used to, this is about 2 months and a half worth of books. Yeah, I unfortunately haven't picked up any miniseries or specials, and I gave up on Wonder Woman, and I'm gonna give up on another title that we're gonna talk about here. So, as much as it pains me, the one thing that I have to cut back on is comic books because of the prices. Except DC stuff. DC stuff is a lifesaver. The Marvel stuff is kind of expensive to collect for. And the stories, unfortunately, have taken a hit. They're not as epic as they used to be. And the other thing is the exchange rate between the peso. I make pesos, and converting pesos to dollars to buy comic books is really hard sometimes to get the money to buy them. So, yeah, I do have to cut back, and I am going slowly but surely, not as fast as my wife would like, but I am cutting back on the books that just... As much as I love the characters, I have to be realistic, and I can't keep up. As much as I love comic books, and as much as I love the comic books, and as much as it genuinely pains me to give up my comic books, I do have to thin out the books that I get, and only keep the ones that I enjoy, or the ones that I'm just, like, die-hard loyal to the character. But yeah, let's talk about the books that I picked up. Picked up Action Comics. I was about to drop Action Comics, but just the writing of Dan Jurgens has been really good. The plot twists have been really good, so I'm keeping Action probably up until 1,000. Once it reaches 1,000, I see where they go from there, because they announced the Doomsday Clock, which is the big collision between DC and the Watchmen universe. But this is issue 988, $3.99 cover price because it's a lenticular cover. And like I mentioned in the last video, it was revealed that Mr. Oz is Jor-El, which makes little sense, but this is trying to shed some light into that. So we have Jor-El and Lara, and then boom, they explode in the death of Krypton. I really dig it. It's a gimmick, but it's only $1 extra, so it's not that bad, and it's a pretty cover. Then we have issue 989 with Superman there, holding the Earth gently, trying to protect it. And then, well, I won't pick up because of the glare, but then Jor-El, all scarred and ugly, trying to destroy the Earth. And then the other one, at 990, you have Superman and his son John, and then the other one, Jor-El and John destroying the Earth. So, have one more issue to go, and one more lenticular cover for the Oz Effect in 991, that I think comes out this week. And after that, the Road to Doomsday Clock, I think. Picked up Amazing Spider-Man. Last time I went, like 2 months ago, I picked up a bunch of DC stuff. Now I cleared out as much of the Marvel stuff as I could. And picked up issue 29 of Amazing Spider-Man, which crossed over into that horrible miniseries that I didn't even bother to pick up. I didn't even remember what it was called. I don't know, something with Hydra. Anyway, this crosses over with that. Dr. Octopus joins Hydra as the superior octopus, trying to take back Parker Industries to serve his own needs in Hydra. And we have issue 30. The one thing I like about these covers is Alex Ross. Alex Ross does great artwork, and his Amazing Spider-Man covers have literally been amazing. And then we have issue 31, where in order to stop Dr. Octopus, Peter Parker decides to destroy Parker Industries, which is stupid. But that's what he does. But again, beautiful cover. Love the cover. Good thing. Then we have issue 32, where we have Norman Osborn trying to regain his goblin madness. and he goes into that city in Iron Fist that helps people trying to look for a path, and then he realizes that he could have been a good magician, but doesn't. And it's a very one-shot issue, but it's really good actually. But they made Norman Osborn up to par with Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom, and then, I'm sorry, Norman Osborn is a good villain, but no way would he be as cool as Doctor Doom. And then this is the last issue of Amazing Spider-Man, because then with the whole legacy thing that they came out with in an attempt to copy DC's Rebirth, they restarted the numbering with issue 789. And I'm sorry, but this is officially, I made it official on Facebook, but this is officially my last Amazing Spider-Man book. I don't care for Marvel's continued messing up of the numbering, where they reach a certain number and then they cancel it and they go back to issue 1, or it's a new series, they go to issue 20, cancel it, and restart to issue 1. It's stupid. And now they want to copy DC and restart their numbering again, when then they're going to cancel that, and then they're going to go back to a brand new number 1. It's stupid, it's tiresome, and I'm done. I followed Spider-Man for many, many years. I followed Spider-Man through the worst of his, title run, the Clone Wars. I followed Spider-Man through the lowest point. Clone Wars at least had some character development, at least had some consistent character moments, even though all the stupid decisions that they made. But I even followed Spider-Man through the worst, which was Brand New Day, where they sacrificed the marriage between Peter Parker and Mary Jane to Mephisto to get him single. And it produced good stories, but it was the stupidest, most asinine decision Marvel has ever done with Spider-Man. And they did it again for me. They broke me with Spider-Man, and in this issue, Peter Parker's back to being a loser. Since Peter Parker destroyed Parker Industries to stop Dr. Octopus, he's now broke. Everyone hates him, and he's a loser. Nobody's going to give him a job because he's a risk, which is something that Peter Parker has always been. He never takes, for all the talk of responsibility, he doesn't take responsibility for his own actions. He just does the things he does without thinking of the consequences, ruins the lives of everyone around him because of it, and ends up a loser. And I understand him, writers trying to build up a character. They put him at his lowest point to build him up into his highest point. But at this point, they've done that so many times with crappy results. The Clone Saga. Then I actually liked him being a teacher. They messed that up. I liked him working at Horizon. They messed that up. I liked him at Parker Industries. They messed that up. And that's the last straw for me. And I can't take no more. As much as I like Spider-Man, as much as I love the character and the universe and the Rogues Gallery, I'm done with Spider-Man. I can't keep supporting Marvel and their stupid decisions and their stupid not wanting to make the character mature and be responsible for his own actions. I'm done. I'm done with Spider-Man. And it sucks because I like the character, but I'm done with Spider-Man. I can't keep supporting Marvel's idiotic decisions. Which also applies, unfortunately, to Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows. This is a alternate timeline where Peter Parker is still married with Mary Jane, and they still have a daughter. And this has actually been really cool, but he's still down on his luck. But at least he has the support of his family, so at least this book is better than Amazing Spider-Man. Then we have issue 10, where Normie Osborn is in the cover. Then we have issue 11, where a giant mechanized goblin robot is after Spider-Man and his family. And it all comes to a head with issue 12, where the X-Men make an appearance and they try to help out Spider-Man and his family. So really, this series is really cool. But what they're going to do is that they're going to, because of the legacy thing, they're going to jump ahead a couple of years. In this one, their daughter is a child, and then they're gonna jump into the future, and she's gonna be a teenager. So I might pick up issue 13 just to see where they go with that. But if they mess up the formula too much, I'm gonna cancel this one. But I think I'm gonna save this one because, unlike Amazing Spider-Man, this one actually has growth. Has Spider-Man as a family man, as a working man, trying to deal with problems with his wife, with his daughter, with everything that the Spider-Man life has. But this time, he has the support of his wife, Mary Jane, and his daughter. So he's not alone. He actually has a family group. And this is what Marvel should focus them, Spider-Man on. The family dynamic, which is working great for DC in the Superman books. This is what Marvel should be doing and keeping this up. But honestly, knowing Marvel, I know that the jumping ahead is going to mess up the series, and eventually they're going to cancel this series. But I'm honestly considering keeping Renew Your Vows because I'm enjoying this a million times more than Amazing Spider-Man. I'm done with the main Amazing Spider-Man line. I'm going to show my vote with my wallet, and I'm going to cancel Amazing Spider-Man, and I'm going to support. I'm still flip-flopping. I'll get issue 13 just to see where they go with the series. But if they suck at it, and I'm going to drop Renew Your Vows, which sucks because this has been way more enjoyable than Amazing Spider-Man, which sucks. Picked up Dark Knight's Metal number 3. Digging this series. The artwork by Greg Capullo is really cool, and it showcases, of course, a dark version of Batman. You have one that's Doomsday, one that's from Atlantis, one that he stole the powers of the Flash, one where he stole the powers of Cyborg. Really cool. Digging this miniseries a lot. Then this finished months ago, but I just picked up the books. This is Justice League Power Rangers number 5 and Justice League Power Rangers number 6. A very interesting crossover, but I like the fact that they went with Lord Zed and Brainiac, because those two work together off very well. And so you have the Justice League and the Power Rangers fighting Lord Zed and Brainiac. So really, really cool miniseries. Never thought I would see Justice League and Power Rangers, but that was cool. Picked up Simpsons Comics 240. I don't know what's happening with Bongo Comics, but the Simpsons books are coming out way too late. But I love this cover. This cover is really cool with them being splashed by a rainbow and, getting filled with color. Really, really cool. And of course, I picked up the traditional Treehouse of Horror. This is issue 23. Love the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. And Macabro is going to do a review on this one, so I won't talk about it too much. Finally picked up all the Star Wars books I had. Picked up issue 33, issue 34, issue 35, issue 36, and I left behind issue 37 because it costed $5. I didn't have that much money, so I'm missing issue 37. Also completed the Darth Maul miniseries. This is issue 4 of Darth Maul miniseries and issue 5 of Darth Maul miniseries. I freaking love the design of Darth Maul. I marked out when he was in Rebels, even though he went out really quick. I just like the double lightsaber, and this is Darth Maul before Phantom Menace, fighting a Jedi. So really, really cool miniseries. Picked up Old Man Logan 29. The Maestro is still trying to destroy humanity with nukes, but Wolverine, Puck, and Hawkeye stop him. And Wolverine, Old Man Logan, goes after Maestro and beats him up real bad. But really, really dig Old Man Logan. Picked up All New Wolverine issue 25, where Laura teams up with Daken, Wolverine's son. And also in issue 26. I hope they keep Laura as Wolverine. In the Legacy one-shot that I didn't pick up, they brought back Wolverine somehow. They brought back Wolverine and gave him an Infinity Stone. And I hope they don't get rid of Laura. I love the idea that Laura became a Legacy character and she picked up the mantle of Wolverine. And I hope this doesn't go away. A lot of people have complained that Marvel replaced all of their characters with female characters, but the difference between that and this is that those characters for the most part, they pulled out of their ass. This one is just it's an established character, a character that existed for a long time. And when Wolverine died, she picked up the mantle of her father. So this I'm okay with. This I've enjoyed. It's like Wally West when he took the mantle of the Flash from Barry Allen. This is a great decision from Marvel, and I hope they don't mess it up. I really hope they don't. Clear out everything I had for X-Men Gold. This has been really cool. This is issue 6. Where they fought a Sentinel AI that gained consciousness. Then issue 7, issue 8 was with the Secret Empire, I think it was, the whole Hydra thing that sucked. Then we have issue 9. Then issue 10 with the return of Omega Red, which I don't know how the hell they returned him. In Wolverine Origins, Wolverine dumped him in molten metal. So he was deader than dead, but they brought him back somehow. And issue 11 still has him fighting with the X-Men. Then issue 12 was a one-shot. And then issue 13 crosses over with X-Men Blue for Mojo Worldwide, which is basically the invasion of the Mojoverse. The Mojoverse, a little bit of backstory, is a dimension where all of humanity has turned into a really messed up version of like what you would see in WALL-E. Everyone was addicted to a TV screen, but they're just a gelatinous blob kind of thing. And the Mojo has power because he has the best ratings, and he's always had a very linked history with the X-Men. And in this one, everything goes all out. So you have X-Men Blue, which is the time-displaced X-Men, again, and X-Men Gold, fighting, Mojo and the Mojoverse and everything that he's throwing at them to raise his ratings, and then continues in issue 14, of that. So this has been really cool. I don't pick up X-Men Blue. I have no intention of picking up X-Men Blue, but this X-Men Gold has been really cool. They also released another one called Astonishing X-Men that 3 issues have already come out. But I have them on my file. I just haven't gone to pick. I haven't had the money to pick those up. So I only left behind Superman, Batman, Justice League, and those issues of Astonishing X-Men. But I'll go up to the comic store again, and I'll pick. I'll have to clear out my file and leave everything and share that with you guys next time. But yeah, the one thing that has taken a serious hit in my collecting is comic books. Love comic books. Comic books, like I said before, got me through a really bad time in my life. And it's the one thing that I've told my wife that I wouldn't be able to give up completely. Not comic books. They just mean too much for me, especially Wolverine, especially Batman, especially Superman, especially X-Men. Those are the 4 things I wouldn't give up like wholesale. I would still pick up because I just love the characters, and I love comic books. I just love comic books. I love reading comic books. I like reading the stories of the characters that I love, and looking at the covers and the cover art and everything. So yeah, well, I don't see myself ever getting out of the game with comic books. Thinning it out, yes. Like with Amazing Spider-Man, there just comes a point where enough is enough. Marvel, they do great in their cinematic universe, but the comic books, the main things that inspired that, have been flopping creatively, and it's not the fault of the writers or the artists. It's just some really, really weird executive decisions that just make no sense. So my recommendations of this haul are Dark Knight's Metal. It's a really, really dark take on Batman. You have a Batman that's an evil Green Lantern. Sorry for that weird cut. My camera's memory got full. Anyway, so evil Doomsday, evil version of Superman with a Green Lantern ring. I haven't picked up those, even though the Doomsday one was really interesting. I'm only going to focus on the main series, but there is one shot that I'm going to pick up, and that's the evil Batman that turned into a Joker. That seems very very interesting to me. I might still double down and pick up the Doomsday one, but the where Batman turns into a Joker, looks messed up. So if you can track down Dark Knight's Metal, I would definitely recommend it. It's a really cool miniseries, and yeah, unless you're a really diehard fan, I can't honestly recommend Spider-Man. But Action Comics has been really good, has been consistently good, and they just work with the family dynamic. That and Superman has worked with the family dynamic just really well. So I recommend the Superman books too. Well, guys, this was the comic book edition of the pickup video. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for hearing me complain about Spider-Man for a couple of minutes, because it just, and I hate to go back to this, but it really sucks when you have this character that has such a long and rich history and just gets ruined by poor decisions, and it just breaks you. And again, it sucks that I have to give up Spider-Man, but other than all the reasons I already posted, it's just that it comes to a point where you have to vote with your wallet, and you have to let comic book people know that their decisions are stupid. And honestly, I was this close to giving up Spider-Man after Brand New Day, because that really pissed me off. And this did the same thing, and I was like, done. I'm done. 3 strikes. Yet, like baseball, you have 3 strikes. Clone Saga was your first strike. Brand New Day was your second strike. And this garbage where you destroy Parker Industries and turn Peter Parker into a loser again, your third strike, you're out. Gone. Beat it. But I'm still flip-flopping whether or not I'll keep Renew Your Vows. It's a good story, and it's great to see Spider-Man in a family unit, a functioning family unit with the support of his wife and daughter. So basically, I relate more to this Spider-Man because I have a wife and a daughter, so I relate to this Spider-Man a lot more than this Spider-Man, this immature moron. So, yeah, the more I think about it, the more I want to keep supporting Renew Your Vows. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm done, just blabbering about Spider-Man. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Leave a comment. Let me know if you agree with Marvel's decisions of constant reboots and just their constant mistreatment of Spider-Man. Or if you, want to tell me that I'm totally wrong and, whatever. Leave a comment, please. I like reading those comments. But until I see you all again, this was Vargas, signing out from the Vargas Vault. Thanking you all, and until I see you later, bye.